Hey everybody, this is Shane at Pulse Personal Training, and today we're going to help you get healthier. But specifically, what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk about that. When I help people set goals, which is the primary job of a personal trainer, is to help them set a goal and then reach the goal, one of the most common things I hear from people is, I'd like to be healthier. And I have to specifically ask them what they mean when they say that, because just to say that I'd like to be healthier is actually kind of ambiguous. We use what's known as the SMART system for setting goals, where goals must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time sensitive. So the first thing in that list is specific. So we've got up on the board specific ways to measure your health, because if you come to me and tell me that you want to be healthier, I'm going to have to ask you specifically how we're going to measure your progress. Now, I'm not a doctor. These are the things that a doctor would measure. So if you come to me, we're going to have to work in tandem with your primary care physician to make sure that these things are being monitored and tracked, and that the doctor is determining that you're healthy, because as a personal trainer, to be quite honest, that's outside of my scope. I can help you with your fitness, but health is measured by your primary care physician or your medical team. So I have written down some ways that a doctor would measure health. And if you came to me and said that you wanted to be healthier, these are the things I'm going to ask you about. Okay, so let's go through this list. Are you trying to lower your blood pressure or manage your blood pressure? Because that's something we could work on with exercise. Are you trying to keep your cholesterol in check? Are you trying to manage your blood sugar? Are you dealing with issues like diabetes, or are you pre-diabetic? Or is your A1C something that is of concern? Have you been told that you need to do something to control either of those two things? Those are measurable. What about your HDL or LDL ratios? That is linked to your cholesterol, but that's a more specific measure. Are we getting enough of the good, and are we eliminating enough of the bad? That's a measurable thing. Body mass index, or BMI, is another one that we can help with. What if losing weight was actually going to be the thing that made you healthier? What if your BMI had you classified as overweight or obese, and through fitness and dietary control you could lose some weight? We can measure that. What about your resting heart rate? Maybe having a lower heart rate at rest is a great measure for health. It's your cardiovascular health, and we can measure that. C-reactive proteins. That's a biomarker for inflammation in the body. So if you were dealing with rheumatoid arthritis or regular arthritis, or you're just sore all the time, C-reactive proteins is something your physician could help you track and monitor, and by altering something in your lifestyle, maybe reduce the number of C-reactive proteins, thereby indicating that you've lowered inflammation in your body. Obviously, body fat percentage is one that's something that I help people with a lot. What if we could reduce the amount of you that was stored body fat? Would you be healthier if we did that? Respiratory rate. How many breaths per minute do you take? How high quality are those breaths? Such as your volumized oxygen maximum or your VO2 max. We can either talk about how often you're breathing or the quality of each breath you take. Those are measurable biomarkers for health. Or something like bone density. You know, as we age, your bones become more porous. So if we could do fitness and increase your bone density, that's a biomarker for health that we can measure. All of this is to say that if you come to me and you say that you want to be healthier, we're going to have to specifically quantify the measure for your health that you're most interested in tracking. Because if you just say you want to be healthy, just so you see what it's like in my head, these are all the different things that you could be talking about. And unless you specifically tell me which one we're trying to improve, it's going to be real hard to measure your progress. Now, at the end of the day, a good fitness program and a nutrition program that goes in concert with it would be something that you would hope would improve many of these things at the same time. But we would even want to prioritize which of these things do you and your doctor believe need to be addressed first. I often have to remind people that one of the things you might be able to do to impact your health immediately is focus on the BMI or focus on the body fat percentage, because a concerned effort to reduce the unnecessary parts of you that are sucking life from you could improve your health in a number of ways. Body fat is living tissue, okay? It requires oxygen, it requires blood, it requires nutrients, and that's all supplies that is not going to the working parts of you. The oxygen that goes to your muscles could have been used by your fat, and now you're having a hard time. The nutrients that are going to your fat could have been better used by other parts of your body. So if we reduce the amount of body fat you have, or we reduce the percentage of your body fat, we might improve a lot of these other biomarkers. So think about what it is when you specifically say, I'd like to be healthier. Because if you're just being ambiguous about it, you're going to get very ambiguous results. But if you set a goal, set a measure, track the measure, work towards it, you'll achieve it. Okay? SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time sensitive. That's personal training in a nutshell. So if you want to be healthier, come work with me. I'll help you work with your doctor. We'll improve these things, and then you will be a healthier person. It's cool. That's how personal training works. So if you have any questions about this stuff, send me a message, give me a call. Come into the gym. 913-687-2452. We're located in Lenexa, Kansas at the corner of 95th and Lackman. My name is Shane. This is Pulse Personal Training. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Share it if you think it'll help somebody else. Have a good day.